is. Also
morning.
translated as chicken nuggets if you're Mr. Narelle.
Yeah, it is the Easter season, and if you have all these little eggs and they hatch, you get chickens. And if you have chickens, you have chicken nuggets. So
I was
happy
totally
Easter.
not even sure where to go with that. Happy Easter. I love Peeps. I actually don't. Can I just ask you a quick question before we actually even start talking about
Oh.
what we're going to talk about?
This is dangerous.
It is dangerous, but
Yes,
this
I did wash my feet in the shower. They do not stink.
They do smell. I just smell them.
No.
Okay, because you like grew up around this stuff.
Yeah.
Help me out. Like, so Easter's over. Like
Yeah.
the day
Oh.
of Easter is over. Like, is this like an Easter season now, or is there like is this ordinary time, or is this like what time is this right
This
now?
is Easter tide. I think it's with a D.
Okay.
Tide. Which
Is
is
that what Annie F. Downs was
50
talking about yesterday?
Uh-huh. Yeah. This is 50 days after Easter, which is longer actually than Lent. But we only really celebrate Easter because we're lame.
Let's keep celebrating Easter.
But yes, so Easter, if you are in a church that uses like the liturgical calendar, you'll notice that for the next several weeks on Sunday, they're going to keep talking specifically about Easter. And that's because that's how the liturgical calendar works. So then, yeah,
Okay.
after those 50 days, then we go into just ordinary time.
So ordinator.
Or- You're an ordinator. I don't even know what an ordinator is.
I just made that word up.
Well,
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I just needed to know about that because Annie F. Downs was talking about it yesterday on her podcast.
yeah, I
but,
listened to that too.
But then I Googled it and I couldn't find Eastertide in the lectionary, so I
Yeah,
got
we-
confused.
It's a weird word. We don't use that. We just call
Okay.
it Easter.
Okay. Cool. Well, it's Easter, everybody. Happy Easter.
Every morning
And
is
we're
Easter
gonna
morning
celebrate
from now on.
Easter soon.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, we actually celebrated it last week because when you're watching this video, it's last week. Anyway, I had something I wanted to talk about this morning.
What?
So on my list this morning,
You have a list? A running list of ice cream chapel topics.
a running list. I wanted to talk about being comfortable.
Bing?
Being comfortable.
I thought you meant like the web browser, like if you're comfortable with using Bing. I actually am uncomfortable with using Bing.
Being comfortable.
Being comfortable.
Yeah. Like, okay, so here's why it came up. I've been thinking a lot about, like, I don't know, just life and where I'm at and just, I don't know, all the things. And I was thinking, like, in my head, like, I'm comfortable. Like, I'm good with where I'm at. And then I panicked.
Why? Why did you panic?
Well, I
What's
don't know,
so bad
like,
about
who
that?
doesn't want to be comfortable? Because
Yeah.
I want to be comfortable. Like, that's where I sit. Like, that's where I've sat, like, I think my whole life.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be comfortable, like, in terms of, okay, so, like, I think about middle school.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, when I was in middle school, I just, like, wanted to be like all the other people, and that's what would have been comfortable for me. But to be
Yeah.
different than that felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And that was terrible.
So I have a tangent thought, and I'm not sure
Okay.
where to throw it in, so I'm just going to
Just
throw
throw
it
it
in right
now.
now.
Do it.
This morning, actually, I had a different thought, and as I was getting ready, I had like a list of things that I was praying for as I was just like brushing my teeth and whatnot. And one of the things that came to my head, I was like, you know what, God, thank you that like I have the things that I need. And then I was like, and then some. As I like started to look around the room, and I'm like,
Right.
God, I think I might have overdone it. Like I'm looking at my coffee this morning.
Cheers.
Like I think that I may have like over prioritized my physical comforts.
Yeah.
So in a different way than what you're saying right now, maybe there's something about comfort that is a broader lesson. That's not just like how we're relating to people around us or dealing with conversations or whatnot. But I wonder if there's something that is also consistent with comfort that is true about the way that we like seek comfort, but almost like in a way that's not healthy.
Yeah. Yes. Totally. Okay. I'm really glad you said that because I don't think I would have gone there, but I'm really glad you said that. I think the reason that, okay, so like I have a beautiful family, I have a
I
house.
thought you were going to say, I have a beautiful face.
That too. No.
I have a beautiful face.
I'm pretty okay with
you
the
have
way
a beautiful
God made me.
family.
I have a beautiful family. I have a car to drive. I have a house to live in. Like, things are good. Like, I am comfortable too. And I have a venti Starbucks that's overly comfortable. Ooh, that's gross. But anyway, all that to say, like, I think sometimes the reason, like, whether it's physical comforts or even, like, I want to be comfortable, like, in who I am, like, I think we seek that because the alternative is uncomfortable, discomfort.
And we don't like discomfort.
Oh, I don't like discomfort. Like, because discomfort is sometimes painful
Right.
or frustrating or scary, maybe?
Well, and I think there's something natural about if you like, the way that our body works is that if I feel pain, if I feel discomfort, that tells my body to do something about it.
Yeah.
So like if I feel heat on my fingers, oh, awkward, it's sitting on a stove.
Yeah.
Like,
I just moved my hand up on my cup because it was too cold. It was uncomfortable.
our body is like built, it's designed to seek what is uncomfortable and put it in a place that's comfortable.
Yeah, totally. But can I also just say something then when I think about my life with Jesus?
Yep.
Because this is frightening. When I'm comfortable, I don't need Jesus. I mean, in maybe, I mean, obviously that's not like 100% true, but like I don't feel like in my head that I need Jesus.
In my head.
I don't feel like in my head I need Jesus, right? Because if I'm not in pain, I don't need a comforter.
Yeah.
If I'm not afraid, I don't need somebody to have my back. Like, I don't need, quote unquote, need God unless I'm uncomfortable. Like, in my head, I don't need him then.
I finally arrived to, because we did not plan how this is going to end.
We try not to, actually.
We really try not to talk about this because otherwise it comes out funny. But I had a light bulb moment.
Okay, say it.
Okay, when we are, oh man, I lost it.
No.
It's gone forever.
Should I start talking
Comfort.
about needing God?
Okay. Yeah, when I am trying to create comfort, when I'm trying to like make everything okay in my world, I can achieve what feels comfortable, but it's monotonous. Like it's like nothingness versus like true peace and comfort.
Yeah, like the
like
real thing.
There's a different kind of comfort when it, like for instance, this weekend I had to get a new phone because my phone went kaput, and like there was stress about having to pay out so much money for a new phone.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, I was like disgusted how much I just wanted to look at it, like because it gave me comfort that I had a working, beautiful phone. But there's something too about like when we have these things that try to build comfort into our life. Like sure, it gives us a temporary comfort, but it's a temporary comfort.
Yeah.
That phone that I just bought is gonna go kaput on me again in a couple of years, and it's gonna ultimately fail me.
Yeah.
But I wonder. No, I don't think I wonder. Like, I think it's just a realization that, yes, we do seek those comforts, and yes, they definitely feel like they give us comfort, but there's a reason that they feel empty, and it's because, like, ultimately, they don't do anything.
Yeah. Right. And I think that, I mean, in my mind, that leads me back to the whole idea of, like, when I'm uncomfortable, I lean into God. When I'm sad, I lean into God. Like, those are the things that I do. And
Yeah.
so I don't want to be uncomfortable, but at the same time, like, I want to lean into God. So that's sort of a hard line to walk.
Well, but I will also say that when I'm in those moments of being uncomfortable but having to trust God, like, it doesn't make sense why I'm comfortable in those moments, but there's a complete comfort. Mm-hmm. Like right now,
it's a real comfort.
Right now in this season, when I have this new phone and I have this giant Starbucks, like I have a weird discomfort in my comfort. Like I'm quote unquote comfortable. I don't have to think about things that are stressful, but there's a discomfort in that comfort. Versus like everything around me looks as if it should be uncomfortable, but yet I'm at peace.
Yeah, isn't that weird? In the midst of the worst situations, a newfound peace.
Yeah.
And that's God. That's beautiful. I love that.
Anyways,
we should pray.
we have used our time.
Yes,
we should
have.
pray.
you want to pray?
Yeah, I was going to say we should rock, paper, scissors, but we have our hands all full. I'll pray. Heavenly Father, I thank you for giving us peace, for giving us comfort. God, we definitely are guilty of looking for peace and comfort in things around us. God, it's a thing that, like, literally our bodies are designed to find comfort. But God, I think that we take that to a degree that is way too far. We take that in a way that we try to find like peace and comfort in our head, in our soul. But the reality is that none of that actually is, like there's still a discomfort in that comfort. God, I pray that as we are living our lives, as we're making decisions, as we're just trying to go through every day, God, that we're not looking for what we think gives us comfort, but God, that we're ultimately just resting in your plan for us. God, the promptings on our hearts that you give us. God, things that might seem uncomfortable in the way that we actually live out. But God, trusting you that when we do something uncomfortable, that you're going to give us peace in that moment. God, we love you a whole bunch. In my prayer. Amen.
Bye, Groovers.
Bye. Have a good